What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome to my latest FIFA World Cup video. Today's video guys is going to be my first ever online draft for the World Cup mode. As you can see at the top, I finally grind up to 15,000 coins to be able to enter one of these. I personally see it as a bit of a risk considering I haven't been able to get hold of as many of the really higher tier players that I would like to have. So obviously I could spend these coins on some packs, but I'm going to have a look at the draft. I did say originally that I felt like it possibly wouldn't be worth it, but after a bit more consideration and how some of the pack luck has been at times on this game, I think it could be a bit more worth it if you can do well. So I'm going to give it a go. Obviously in an ideal world, I'll win it, 4 wins, but I don't think it's going to happen just by sort of bearing in mind how I've been performing so far. But also we're going to be using some, well, hopefully some slightly better players than what I've got in my actual team, so it should give me a little bit more of an opportunity this time. So the formations we've got the 4-4-1-1, the 4-3-3 defensive formation, 4-2-3-1 narrows with the 3 cams, 3-5-2 which I've been enjoying on this mode, and the 4-2-3-1 wide as well. Definitely not going to go for the 4-4-1-1. I probably won't go for that one there either, the 4-2-3-1 narrow, as I don't tend to like it on this game. Maybe, I mean, the 4-3 defense got too many CDMs. I think it's going to either be the 3-5-2 or the 4-2-3-1. It's got wings. They're quite similar, to be honest. Obviously the obvious difference is the 4 at the back or 3 at the back, but the way they play is literally just sacrificing the defender for a striker, isn't it? I'm edging towards the 3-5-2. You know, I'm going to go for the 3-5-2. Screw it, we'll go 3-5-2. I don't know how this is going to be, whether it's going to be like really good luck on this. Well, okay, that is big. We get Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so we're in business straight away. I was wondering if we get like a lot of big players. Like, I don't know if we're going to get many icons on this, like how sort of overpowered the picks are going to be. Obviously that's a captain's pick, so you know you'd expect somebody half decent there. Oh my word, okay, Thierry Henry straight in there. That's an incredible attack. Henry and Ronaldo straight away. We're looking for a decent draft here. In cam, not the best choices. I mean, it's looking like this Fernandez guy. He's 5'10". He's got some decent stats, to be fair. Like, fair to him. Doesn't look like the worst player in the world. This is Theo Walcott who would link as well. With the soft links, Dos Santos won't link. Diego won't link. I had no idea Diego was in the game actually. I haven't seen him around in a while on FIFA. Jamaili just doesn't really look good. I think we'll go with Fernandez. Obviously, he's going to get a soft link to Henry. He gets a strong link to Ronaldo as well, so that's ideal really. We go for the right midfield area next. So we've got Sanchez, Lodero, Chara, Honda, and Carrillo. Ooh. No European players there. All South American except for Honda. I think it's a bit a case of just going for the one who I think is probably going to be the best in the pitch. So probably Chara, because he's got a Hunter chemistry style as well. We'll take him. On the left now, guys, we get either Chadley, Gnabry, Inui, Younes, or Zuba. Not great wingers so far. We'll go for Gnabry. I think Gnabry's probably going to be the best one there. Holding midfield, the first slot we get the choice of Busquets, Mascherano, Gustavo, Fernandinho, or Khedira. Some solid choices there. We got Khedira and Busquets, who are both European. To be honest, I haven't really enjoyed either of them. Obviously, I do actually have them in my basic team. I've not really enjoyed using either. But I think I may edge towards Khedira. Obviously, he's going to get a strong link to Gnabry as well. I just don't... I mean, obviously, Fernandinho is probably the best one, but I don't think I'll be able to really get him in. I think it's be a little bit of a risk. I think I'm going to have to edge towards just all European with this team. Just to, you know, let's just play safe on the first draft, I think. Second holding midfielder, we get the choice of Johansson, Fabinho, Koyate, Casemiro, and Freddy Guarin. Another one, I didn't realise Freddy Guarin was in the game. He's really declined, hasn't he? Wow, he's declined. He used to be so sweaty. Only the one European player there, Johansson. Makes me think possibly could have gotten away with Fernandinho now. So Casemiro and Fabinho being there would have got a strong link, but it is what it is now in this situation. I'll probably just go for Johansson. I can always bring somebody off the bench if need be. Just focus on getting the chemistry for now. Right centre back, we get the choice of Laporte, Fernandez, Otamendi, Jagielka, and Glick. I think Nacho. I think Nacho Fernandez is going to have to be him, isn't it? Jagielka's just poor. Glick's too slow. Otamendi doesn't link. It'll be between Fernandez and Laporte, I would say. We'll go for Fernandez. I've used him before on another account. He does seem quite decent. Left centre back there is Murillo, Choluka, Vida, Vassin, and Gabriel Palista. Possibly Vida. He doesn't look like a bad card actually. 76 pace, 79 defender, 74 physical. Doesn't look like the worst defender in the world. Vassin's okay as well. Choluka's probably not going to be that great. And obviously Murillo and Gabriel don't really link. So again though, like another Brazilian. Wow, I probably could have picked Fernandinho, couldn't I? We'll go for Vida. The centre back, we get out Choluka again. Ayala, Moreno, Kurt Zuma, or John Stones. Thinking either Zuma or Stones here. How tall is John? Say 6'2". He's 6'2". Ooh. We'll go John Stones. Get an England player in there. Why not? Goalkeeper, I'm hoping for something decent here. Hopefully Sergio Rico or Anthony Lopez. Ooh la la, who do we go for here? How tall was he? 6 foot. It's quite short, isn't it? I'll go for Sergio Rico. I think 6'4". It's better to have a nice tall goalkeeper. But just as start of team there, not too bad. Obviously we're just missing a right mid to get the chemistry, and probably ideally need a better holding midfielder there. But that's not too bad. All the bench, so we can get some big players that we can bring on. So, ooh, wow, that's poor. That is very poor. I'm just going to go rating there. We'll just take Kalinic. I don't really see how it's going to make much of a difference to us. Jordi Alba, Marcelo. These are all like really good fullbacks, but obviously we've not got fullbacks. Gary Cahill. No, he's not very good, is he? We'll just take somebody that we can bring on. You know, we could just put him on left mid, like somebody like a Marcelo or an Alba, or even like, to be fair, actually I might take Carvajal for now. Because I could put him right mid, you know, like he's not going to get full chemistry, but he's going to get strong into Nacho as well. But then do I risk that? I mean, I probably would get a right mid. You know what? I'm going to take... Oh, blimey, I feel like whoever I take, I'm just like missing out on some real big players, some good choices there. I'm going to take Jordi Alba, just for the pace. I feel like I need something like that. Danny Rose, David Luiz, Godin, Piszczek, or Felipe Luis. So again, all fullbacks except for Godin and David Luiz. Obviously they don't link, so we're in another one of these sort of predicaments here. I could go Piszczek. This time I think I might go Piszczek. Similar kind of reason to what I said about Carvajal. Let's just be on the safe side with that. I'll put him out there for now. This was like 94. Guardado, Cuadrado, Deco, Mascherano, and Nainggolan. So it's got to be Deco. We've got to take the icon. I'll put him Cam for now, but you know, possibly if I don't get a better holding midfielder, I might take out Johansson. Next choice are Rakitic, Moutinho, Meunier, Perisic, or Renato Augusto. Very, very nice choices again. I'm probably going to go Rakitic or Moutinho. I don't know. He's not like that strong though, is he? So I was thinking Rakitic just to put instead of Johansson, but then it's a little bit slow. I could go Perisic actually. To Gnabry. I'm going to go Perisic. I don't think Gnabry's going to be that good. I'm going to put Perisic in. For me, Perisic is the sort of player who's like absolutely perfect for a 3-5-2 formation. He can get up and down. 5-star weak foot. He can do a defensive job. But also he's got the pace to get forward, and he's got really good shooting as well for a winger. So yeah, he's pretty much a perfect player. Here we've got Boutaib, Lamela, Aquino, Salvio and Gaitan. Nobody that's going to be European there, so probably just somebody as a super sub or the rating. So we'll go for Salvio. Final slot on the bench. We've got Elizu, Roberto Firmino, Jale, Brian Ruiz and Glushikov. Now, wow. So you would think probably Firmino, but I suppose the thing is there is I'm not really going to take Henry, Ronaldo or Dekov, really, am I? I'm thinking Glushikov because he's going to be a better player than Johansson. So possibly, yeah, possibly Glushikov. We'll go Glushikov, I think. Slightly better player. Like, nice, well-rounded stats in fairness to him. Again, he would probably still come off. I don't think it's going to be better, but it's not the worst player. There we've got Orr, Miranda, Gamal, Ebuehi and Asseri. All players I've never heard of before. We'll go for rating. We'll go for Gamal. Next on the reserves, Pereira, Gabriel Jesus. Ooh, Gelson Martins. Now that is what we need. We need a right midfielder, and this boy fits the bill. I reckon he's so good. There's Eden Hazard there as well, which is so difficult to turn that down, but I've got to look at the chemistry side of this as well, and I'm going to have to take Gelson Martins. If the team ended like that, I wouldn't be overly disappointed. I mean, don't get me wrong, we get some better defenders or something like that, but for that as a team, that's not too bad. Bernardo Silva's just popped up as well, another right side midfielder. Akinfeev, Musakio, Carlos Vela, and Tyson. I don't really need Bernardo Silva anymore. I don't need Akinfeev. Musakio, ooh. Possibly, but I don't think I'd want to waste a sub. Really, it's not much of an improvement. I'm just gonna take Tyson. I think, just for that pace off the bench. If the games in the latter stage get a bit tight. Next choices are Bjarnason, Fabinho, Callahan, Matic, or Neymar. Oh, I can't turn down Neymar. Surely I cannot turn down Neymar. Callahan, Matic. See, Matic would be great, but I can't turn down Neymar. I can't. I've not used him on it yet. I've got to try him. Final choice, we get Danny Rose, Alejandro Gomez, Cedric, Dani Alves, and Carvajal. All fullbacks with 3-5-2 except for Alejandro Gomez, and then he doesn't even link. So this is going to be another choice, probably just for somebody to bring off the bench. You know what? We'll go for Gomez. Similar kind of thing with the pace and that. We'll go for Gomez. It's going to make us... Is it going to let us take it? Okay, the game just froze momentarily. I'll sort that out in a second. We'll go for a manager. Hopefully we can get a European manager. That would be ideal. We have got one. We're going to go for Jogi Löw. He's going to be giving us a winning mentality, hopefully. So yeah, that's not a terrible draft. It's a 184. Don't get me wrong. I probably could have made it higher if I swapped some of the players around, but I'm not that fast. Like, I'm going to do a lot of drafts, and hopefully if we get some higher ratings, just, I'm not too fussed about what's going to say on my record there. Don't know who to... Well, we'll just go by rate in a second. We'll just swap some of these players around. Let's get Neymar on the bench, of course. Once I've sorted this out there, guys, I'll sort of obviously go straight to the games. I'll play the games off camera because obviously the video will just be ridiculously long. And then once I've played them, obviously I'll have some highlights to show you guys, and then once we've been through the highlights, I'll open up the packs, what I get. Hopefully they won't be too bad. Hopefully I'll have managed to go for a few games. I'm really worried that I'm literally going to lose in the first game, because that would be a disaster in terms of, you know, like just spending 15,000 coins, which took a long time to save up. I've been literally playing all day to get that, because I can't win the World Cup, so I can't get like the 15k bonus. So I've literally just been getting money from player matches and getting the 1.5k you get for getting out the group stage. I just keep getting knocked out, like fairly quickly, like last 16 a lot of the time, sometimes like quarter final, but I'm just really struggling to get that far at the moment because of the players. So I figured I'd attempt a draft, hopefully get a bit further, get a decent reward, and then hopefully get some more players out of that, which might be a quicker way than just, you know, just playing. But that's going to be the team, guys. Not the worst in the world. Probably going to change one of the centre backs possibly and bring on maybe like something like Piszczek in the game. probably take off like Glushakov and maybe bring. To be honest, I might even put that Fernandes in from the start. I'm not undecided. But yeah, probably make some changes. Neymar making one at some stage, but you'll see that in the games. 86 rated in the end, 100 chemistry. Not a bad draft. I'm going to go into the games now. So, yeah. On to the highlights. Okay, so on to the first game. I didn't really know what to expect from the draft, to be honest. Obviously, like I've played a little bit of it on normal Ultimate Team, struggled at times. This guy had a very, very good team. Probably one of the best teams I actually faced throughout the draft. There's Neuer in goal. Not sure who the right back is, but there's Sergio Ramos, Laurent Blanc, Jordi Alba, Lothar Matthäus, Toni Kroos, Deco, Nakata, Griezmann, and R9. 5 icons in a draft. I mean, I thought mine was pretty decent with 2. But yeah, 5 was special. I mean, it's just the audacity of it, to be honest, to have them all in the same team. I mean, it's just a privilege to have one, is it not? Like, having 5. Yeah, so I knew I was going to be up for a hell of a game in this one. One thing I should say about this whole sort of draft experience, I don't know if I say I didn't enjoy it, but it was extremely frustrating. I don't know if it was just one of those nights, like a one-off sort of thing, but the connection for it was just poor. Like, throughout playing normal World Cup tournaments, like the internet connection has not really been like an issue for me. You know, you get like the odd bit of lag, like it does happen every now and then, but the first couple of games in this draft were really, really poor. And I think it shows by how the games went, in the fact that like there were a few chances. Obviously they go 1-0 up. Henry with the header, a little bit of a lucky ricochet there to get to him. But yeah, a lot of the games they were quite tight. There were many a time where I felt that for myself I had opportunities where if the gameplay was smooth, I probably would have done a little bit better. And I also felt that was the same for my opponents as well. I did feel sorry for them at the same time. Obviously the lag is for both players, and definitely you could tell like it sort of affected their performance. And I think in the case with this guy with 5 icons, I think if the gameplay was really smooth, it could have been a completely different result, and it was the sort of game that it could literally have finished 5-5 the way it felt. But yeah, I can tell you it didn't finish 5-5. So as we got into half time, I made the change. I took off Glushakov, brought on Neymar, and I dropped Deco back into CDM. I know he's not a CDM, but obviously I had Khedira there, so I had quite a defensive player. You can see the bit of lag there. Look, the game completely froze. His Lothar Matthäus hit the shot, hit the post, so that was sort of like a heart and mouth moment. But yeah, just an example there of how bad the connection was at times. Did break up the other end, ball to Neymar, and a decent shot. I thought that went in. It was a very, I mean, I don't really see what more he could have done. It was a very good low-driven shot. I know he's got 5-star weak foot, but it's on his weak foot. Decent effort. Big opportunity there for Griezmann. What a save by Sergio Rico. What a save. I have him in my normal like team, but he doesn't normally do things like that for me. I mean, he was superb in this draft, I have to say. Very, very unexpected performances from him. Another big save, and that, I believe, is how it finished. It is indeed. We won 1-0 in the opening game. Goal for Henry. Just have a look at some of the ratings there. That's confirmation of the result. I've got like 934 coins because I do actually have the coin boost on at the moment because I haven't used them. So I got 200 extra coins, which is why I got such a high amount. Stats suggest I probably did deserve to win, but you know, he probably deserved to at least score. But there it is. There's the first draft win under the belt. So on to game number 2. Guy with the German away kit. I had, talking of like the connection, I had to actually go through like a lot of searches for opponents in the opening couple of games. Like I just couldn't find people with good connections, so I was like refusing to play them. Finally did though here, and this guy's playing the 4-1-4-1 formation with Neuer in goal, Carvajal, Ramos again, Boateng and Alba. Very, very good defence and goalkeeper. N'Golo Kante and CDM. Muller right mid, Rui Costa, and I believe that's Adrian Silva, Thomas Lemar on the left, and then Lewandowski up front. And that is just, it's such a solid draft, a solid European team, a real good base to his side as well. Again, you're looking at a difficult matchup, especially with Kante sitting just in front. It's literally two banks of four, but with that player just sat in, just you can't really get between the lines as well. So very like defensive formation, going to be difficult to break down. But we did get the first opportunity, almost around about the half an hour mark actually, with Ronaldo, but good save by Neuer. And that is literally all that happened in the first half. You can see by the stats it was a very, very poor half. Not a lot happened. It was a very cagey game. I didn't actually make any changes at half time. Sort of due to the fact that, you know, like in a cagey game, it's kind of a case of like, you know, like who budges first, who's brave enough to make that change to really kind of like force the game. And at 0-0, I was fairly happy. You can see I'd had like a couple extra shots. I didn't want to force it to then really like open myself up and give him opportunities. So yeah, I left it just like that. But yeah, into the second half, and the game did sort of open up a little bit. It did a little bit. It wasn't a complete boring 0-0 game, this one. He takes the first opportunity to go down the wing with Muller, and a brilliant cross into Lewandowski, diving header. That was probably one moment where Sergio Rico didn't do too great. He probably should have saved that a bit more comfortably than that, but it ended up actually hitting the post. We got the other end. Good opportunity for Deco. Neuer just about deals with it though, and fists the ball away, and eventually it is cleared after a few passes around his area, just sort of toying with me a little bit. But he does just literally keep going up the pitch, and again out to Muller. Surprising because he's not the quickest Muller, but he was doing okay. I mean, I think obviously it helps that I didn't have a fullback, so in the 3-5-2, no pacey fullback, so there was an opportunity for Muller despite him having low pace. That was a decent ball there, and that was an unbelievable strike from Rui Costa. I mean, I had to sit there and just be like, okay, you know what, fair play. I'm gonna have to try and find a way back in now. Like, what a strike! He just absolutely tore the net out. At that point, he actually initiated this pause, but I saw it as an opportunity. I thought, okay, you know what, I probably need to make a change. I am losing, so I made the classic change of bringing Neymar on for Glushikov and dropping Deco deep. Took off Perisic and brought on Alejandro Gomez for a bit of extra energy down the wing, and also Khedira came off and Bruno Fernandes came on. I know he's a cam, but it didn't seem to make a difference for me in this particular foot draft. Like, at times I had Fernandes and Deco, both very like attacking midfielders, but they were playing CDM and they did absolutely fine. So yeah, not really an issue in that sort of situation. Around about the 70th minute though, ball in from Gomez. It did eventually drop out to Gelson Martins as the tamest finish I've seen. I was so disappointed with that. It looked like a pass. It literally looked like a pass. And this game looked like it was getting away from me, but you can see in the 86th minute, Neymar does what all big players do, and he stepped up on the biggest occasion and forced extra time for us. He brought us back in. A brilliant low-driven effort. At this point again, the guy has asked for a pause. Obviously, we've already used all our subs, so we can't do anything about that. Yeah, and then I'm not sure if he gets any more opportunities. Obviously, let's just go through this again. Obviously, good passing move, good finish. Neuer, not really much of a chance. I think if he did parry it as well, I think Henry probably would have actually turned it in, luckily. So yeah, he brought on Saul for Kante. Believe it's because Kante had a booking, so he couldn't really make tackles with him, and that's what, well, once he got his booking, I really sort of started taking control a bit more. We did actually have one more opportunity with Ronaldo. When that came back to Ronaldo, that's one of those ones where you're screaming at the screen, you're like, Ronaldo, like, oh, you think it's going to be the moment where he stands up and delivers. And again, he won that header, and Neuer's just had to like Superman through the air, just punching that away. I need to point out here, look at the clock, +2 minutes. We go into the 14th minute of injury time. He goes up my end, gets the header with Messi. My word, if that went in, that would be like, I'll be on the EA live chat.
I'd want to have answers. I'd want to know what's going on with that. Because why on earth, when I know it's a minimum, but if you're going to go to the 14th minute, say a minimum of 13 or something like that, why is it a minimum of 2 minutes? You've gone to the 14th minute. It's because the ball never went out, like it never went dead. So I think that's what he was waiting for. Like the ref was just waiting for the ball to go dead. It's like he thought we were playing rugby. You know, if the ball goes into the middle of the pitch and there's no opportunity to score, just blow the whistle like they do normally. It gets to that point where, you know, it's getting a little bit out of hand, ref. You can't carry that on. And like we both had opportunities, to be honest, but that was like the main one. That was like the proper chance where I thought, oh my god, here we go. But yeah, so we went into extra time. Ronaldo with an early effort with his left foot. To be honest, disappointing effort, I have to say, because he pulling that wide. He then went for another effort from outside the box with a right-footed finesse shot. A brilliant save by Neuer, I have to say. But we get a corner from that, which Deco is stood over. Whips into the front post, and Ronaldo with a bullet header into the top right corner. And here you go. His classic celebration. Little twiddle of the finger and Soo! Oh, look at that. I love it. Yeah, 2-1 up. At this point, I'm thinking, you know what, that could be it. It was a sort of game where like one goal could have settled it. Ronaldo, the big man for the big occasion. Just like Neymar, the big boy stepping up. It actually went down as a Saul own goal. You might have just caught that there on the scoreboard. For some reason, it didn't go down as a Ronaldo goal, but Ronaldo is 100% claiming it, and I'm giving it to Ronaldo. Brilliant ball by Alejandro Gomez, and then Neymar with the chip, and that is absolutely delicious. I mean, unbelievable. That clinched the game for me, I would say. At this point, I thought the guy was going to quit. He did force the pause. It turns out he only actually just made some subs, possibly. He carried on, that's for sure, let's say that. He carried on. He might have made some subs. He may have just been having a little breather, just a rage before the game kicked off again. But, I mean, look at that chip from Neymar. Neuer stranded. I mean, that's a chip with some curry sauce, a Savoy, whatever you want from the local chippy. That is absolutely superb from Neymar. Doesn't get any better than that. We go into half-time of extra time. The stats are sort of starting to open up a bit now. You can see that I've really taken control of the game. Quality starting to kind of like show through a little bit. But nonetheless, this guy, fair play to him. He stuck at it. I know I probably wouldn't have been able to. I would have got fairly sort of demoralised at this point. 15 minutes is not a long time in a FIFA game. But you know, he passed it around. He got an early opportunity in the second half of extra time. Sergio Ramos, who actually struck the post. You can tell obviously he's gone like all out attack it if Ramos is up the pitch. Bit more time passed though, and he was really running out of time here. But he does feed the ball into Lewandowski. It's a good turn and a really smart finish. He just drills it just straight, like no sort of angle on the shots, was just straight into the near post along the ground. Keeper probably should have had it covered really, but you know, it's one of those finishes you don't normally expect. But the game did finish 3-2, and we now have two wins under the belt in the World Cup draft. Yeah, just confirmation there of the stats. Fairly dominant in the end. Only 5 shots on target for him. But that is the confirmation of the 2 narrow wins that we got. So opponent number 3. This guy, like me with the England badge, England kits. Possibly somebody's just started out, but possibly not. He had an interesting team. 4-4-2, which you don't see a lot. Ter Stegen in goal. Kimmich at right back. Centre backs were Maguire and company. I thought, you know, very vulnerable. Kolarov at left back as well, not great. Salah on the right, obviously good play. He did have Okocha and Pele in the centre of midfield, but Neymar on the left as well. Luis Hernandez and Batshuayi. So Batshuayi obviously a bit of a weak link in comparison to some of the other forwards he's got there. But I thought it was a bit weird, obviously, the 2 centre midfielders being Pele and Okocha. Very attacking players. Not exactly centre mids. Pele I always imagined to be a striker, even though his card is a cam. And Okocha is definitely like an attacking midfielder. He doesn't really have very good defensive stats. We get the first opportunity of the game. Thierry Henry left foot on his swinger, forcing a save by Ter Stegen. We do then swing the corner in, and that was a header won by John Stones, but not the greatest header in the world. But just sort of like an early sort of effort, letting the guy know that we're here. Another attack from us. Ball into Deco, plays it across, Cristiano Ronaldo delivering again. Off he goes again with a celebration. Shoo! I should stop, but I just love doing it. And I just want to say, like, I should probably feel a little bit of guilt and feel a bit ashamed about playing that ball across like I did and sweating it, but I feel none whatsoever. You know, I play to win. It's gotten to that point where, like, FIFA's become so competitive that I will do whatever it takes to win, and I take no shame in that. So, yeah, that was obviously the goal. We go 2-0 up. Ronaldo with a cross into Omri. He probably should have scored, to be honest, but it was saved, and then it fell straight to Deco. He just turned it in. So 31/32 minutes on the clock with 2 goals to the good. We're looking, you know, we're sitting prettier in this game. We're looking very, very good to be moving on to the draft final. I want to say that it's one of those games that I made it more difficult for myself than I should have. I think I might have got one more opportunity. I do. Ronaldo set away, but it's Salah chasing, which is the issue. So I couldn't get it onto his right foot. Do end up taking the shot on his left. It's a good save by ter Stegen, but I probably should have gone for the low driven, to be honest. But it's one of those ones I hit the shot anyway. I tried to beat him with power. Deco's corner swung in, and then it did actually pop out there to Khedira. Very, very tame effort on the volley. Just sort of trickles wide. Not exactly going to troubles ter Stegen, sorry. But yeah, it was half time in that game. 2-0 up. Definitely the strongest position we've been in. It was the first game actually where the gameplay was really smooth and crisp. But I was really enjoying playing it. No lag at all, and I think that showed with how sort of easy and comfortable the game was up to this point. But that all changed extremely quickly. A Kocha with a pretty decent finish. I was a little bit frustrated with how the ball did fall to him. He got a little bit of a lucky ricochet there, and he couldn't really sort his feet out. And whilst he's doing that, I would have expected one of my players probably to have got a foot in, but they didn't. Nonetheless, good finish. He's back in the game at 2-1. He then goes to the pause, possibly to make some subs. But at this point, you know, I'm sort of thinking, like, it's just a goal. Like, it can happen in games. Like, your opponent can score like a lucky goal, but as long as you keep calm, you can probably go a bit further in front again and continue playing like you were in the first half. But yeah, it didn't quite happen like that. I was very, very angry after what happened there. So we kick off. One of those things, I was kind of waiting for him to come on to me a little bit just to create some space in the midfield. Just passed around the back. That touch from Vida gave it to Pele, and of course he dispatched. So out of nowhere, the game's now 2-2. It's levelled up after half time. I mean, I just didn't expect the touch to be so bad from the centre back, from Vida. Don't get me wrong, like, he's obviously not that highly rated of a card, and I probably should have expected it. But it's one of those things, like, you just don't think, do you? Like, he'd be classed a goal player, being a 78. You just expect him to be able to, you know, just little control the ball, get out your feet, and just play a pass. But it was just a really awful touch, which found Pele. So this is definitely game on, but a little bit of a move from the centre. But we've now got it with Ronaldo, who's poached it off him. I've taken it to the byline against Kompany. He's obviously not the most agile player. Pulled it back, and Thierry Henry puts us 3-2 up. So after having a horror start to the half and getting pegged back to 2-2 instantly, we hit back straight away to go 3-2 up, which probably would have been a massive kick in the teeth for my opponent, I have to say. I mean, that's one of those things where you work so hard to get back in, and to go behind straight away, it's difficult to come back from that. But I was very pleased with that at this point. A little bit more of the game passed, you know, like sort of approaching the hour mark here. Obviously, he hadn't really troubled me much more. I think, like I said, it probably did sort of like influence him a bit, and he kind of went back into like first half mode. This opportunity with Perisic crossing the ball in, Ronaldo, and then into Neymar. Went for the near post finish. Just dragged it a little bit too much. He pretty much just hit it straight, and I suppose that is what I was looking for, really. I didn't kind of completely calculate the position he was in correctly, so my fault really, that one there. Another opportunity for him. Pele with the ball. Laid into Deco. It was a brilliant save by Sergio Rico. The cross goes back in. but we do get the ball away. But I believe we then go up the other. Was another opportunity? I'm pretty sure this is the stage of the game where it was just chance galore. I mean, I was editing this and like getting out all the useless stuff, but it got to the point where I was just like, I'm just keeping it all in because it's literally just end-to-end stuff. Yeah, another opportunity for him there. He's then got a corner with Pele, which is whipped in. But we do get it with Deco. Also Neymar, sorry, not Deco. I think we get an opportunity. We play it forward into Perisic. Down the wing to Henry. Yeah, this is another opportunity here. Henry with a cutback. What a chance for Ronaldo. I thought that was it. I thought that was the clincher. But what a save by Ter Stegen. I mean, credit to the boy. That's top-notch stuff. I mean, obviously there's a lot of bodies in the way, but you'd expect him to score. Henry with a header. Well saved. Little bit later, another opportunity here. He's played it into Pele. This I thought was the moment. If you've got, the greatest goal scorer of all time, it's on his left foot, but I mean, his finishing, I haven't seen his actual finishing stat, but it has to be like at least 97 or something like that. Like, it's got to be crazy. I mean, he's at that shot. My opponent must have been raging. If I did that with him, I'd be fully expecting a goal. So I thought that was going to be 3-3, but luckily we're still in front. And now this is the moment where we clinch the game. Ronaldo lays it back into Gelson Martin, gets out his feet, rifles it into the top left-hand corner. It's an emphatic finish by him. First goal in the draft for him as well. He really stepped up there. That's a big moment for him. But that finish, that was clinical. That is definitely what the doctor ordered. He then obviously goes for the pause again. Bit of a theme there, a lot of people going for pauses. But I thought, if he's going to bring on some subs, there's not long left. Chances are he's not going to go extra time, so I thought I'd freshen up as well. Did my usual changes, bringing on like Gomez, just to give myself that little bit of energy in case worst came to worst. And it's probably lucky I did. He brings on the Croatian duo of Modric and Perisic here. So yeah, decent players. Obviously, I know Perisic is a good player, sorry. And obviously Modric, he's going to be good in it. I mean, it's Luka Modric. Straight from the centre, he actually gives the ball to Perisic. He gets himself an opportunity. He obviously plays into Deco and wins a corner. And this is where the goal comes from for him. So he's played short. He then whips it in. The header is one. It comes down off the bar, but then comes straight back out to him. He hits the bar again, but it sort of bounces down over the line. And Harry Maguire, of all the players, probably the weakest player on the pitch, actually. One player who I looked at to try and exploit. He ends up scoring against me, bringing this game right back into contention again. And at this point, I'm thinking, my God, don't do anything stupid like I did before. Don't throw this game away and force it to extra time, because anything can happen the way it had been going in this draft. But we get it with Henry, takes it to the byline, cut back, Ronaldo, 5-3. That was it. That's that guy done. Obviously, 3 minutes out of time. There's no way he's going to get 2 goals in that time. I did a lot of cutback goals in this game, just because it just seems to be the way to get through this guy around the outside. But there you go, there's confirmation. It did finish 5-3. Cristiano Ronaldo with 2 goals and 2 assists in that game, which is a very, very good return for him. So you can see he was definitely key to success in that game. Some more, obviously, like 959 coins, pretty healthy return. Stats suggest as well that I definitely deserve to win. He had like 10 shots on target. You'd be expecting to get a fairly high amount of goals. But don't get me wrong, he had a few chances himself. There is confirmation of the 3rd win in the draft. Moving on to the 4th and final game now. Playing against this guy with the Belgian kits. His team, as you'll see now, was very good. He has De Gea, Ricardo Pereira, Benedict Hervedez, Nicolas Sula, Marcelo, Nakata, Kante. He then has Pele, Okocha, Rui Costa, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, how on earth he's managed to get all 4 of those icons, so all cams, and got them all into the same team, unbelievable. I don't know how. I'm not sure how he managed to do that. But this game, guys, the less said about this game, the better. I want to forget about it as soon as possible. I cannot believe what happened. It just, for me, it epitomised the night. It just epitomised the whole draft. It was a mess from the start with the connection. And here you go, look at this. Look at this here. The game just completely froze. Like, nobody's done anything here. This guy's obviously not quit. I mean, I don't know if it's the final for him, but you wouldn't quit at 0-0. We're literally 10 minutes into the game. I'm sat there, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. Lost connections to the EA servers. Brilliant. Thank you very much, EA. So, at this point, I'm fearing the worst. I know what this means. I was still holding on to a slight glimmer of hope that possibly we may get to replay the game. But I was thinking this is going to be a loss and we're going to lose in the final and we're not even going to get a crack at the game, which for me is just an absolute disgrace that could even happen. I don't know why I lost connection to the A servers. It's just one of those. This is one of those days, like one of those tournaments, one of those drafts that was just a mess from the start. It was a complete roller coaster. But yeah, there's the confirmation disconnect from the game. You get the confirmation in a second when I go on the draft that I can't play the game, and that I am going to be getting the prize for winning 3 games. So yeah, that's how the draft went, guys. Obviously a bit of a roller coaster, but this is where we are now, and it is going to be time to see what packs I've got and crack them open.
So guys, unfortunately that didn't quite end exactly how I wanted it to. Overall, I'd have to say the draft's probably a success, but we'd have to sort of definitely confirm that after the packs. But in terms of how it went and how difficult it wasn't like extremely difficult. I think if we had like solid connection throughout, it wouldn't have been too bad. But yeah, I mean, I'll open up the packs. I could get something insane. It could be a complete waste of time, but hopefully the reward won't be too bad. I don't really know what to expect with the rewards on this. I don't know if they're going to be of like similar sort of thing to what they're like on like normal team, or if there's like different types of packs you can get, or if it's just going to be like I don't know, like a multiple number of like 7.5k packs, or if it's just going to be coins. Like it could be coins. I don't know. This is kind of like part and parcel of the experiment on this, really. Obviously that's the team there. Not going to really go into detail on that. Obviously you've sort of seen that in the games and you know what I've been doing with it. But yeah, let's find out what packs we've got. We're going to claim prize. Obviously there you can see the disconnect, the joke of a disconnect. 3-0 loss apparently. Definitely not. I mean, we could have lost it. The guy obviously had a really good team and possibly it could have been a loss, but you know, I would like to have actually had it go. But it is what it is. 3 wins is good. I mean, to be honest, I was the way my sort of day had been going in terms of how I've been playing, I was expecting to probably go out in the first round. So I'm overall I'm happy. It's sort of like bittersweet, but here we go. What reward will we get? If it will tell us what we'll get. We've got the yellow 18, which I normally see whenever I get my draft rewards. Will we find out? Come on, EA. Nope, not today. Will it be today? Oh my god, I'm guessing it must be a huge reward. It's taken a long time to load. What have we got? We don't know what we've got. We've got 2 different types of packs, but I have no idea what they are because it's not loaded properly. So we'll go into the store and find out. We haven't got any coins, I can tell you that. The coins obviously haven't changed at the top. Looks like it's just going to literally be 2 packs. It's not... oh, okay. So we've got a 7.5k pack and the Europe Premium Players pack. So guarantees 3 high-rated FIFA World Cup players from the European Confederation. Now what do they class as high-rated? This would be interesting. I don't know if that just means boards, like 81 plus, or is that going to be like 83 plus or 85 plus? I'm not sure what they're gonna class that as, so that'd be interesting. In that case, I might actually go for the 7.5k pack first, just so I know what to kind of expect from them. To be honest, recently I haven't really been getting many boards, but let's crack out this pack. Hopefully we can get a board, hopefully an improvement to the team. So we've got a board, we've got 2 boards actually, so that's not a bad start actually. So what we got? Argentinian, oh, goalkeeper. Solid who's underneath? It's De La Feu. Okay, yeah, not bad. I mean, to be honest, he'd probably get into my team actually. I think the only other right mid I've got is Vasquez. I know he's 2 ratings lower, but I feel like De La Feu might be a little bit better because of that pace. We've got a Brazilian winger called Luan and Argentinian winger called Acuna. There's also Barrios, a couple of squad fitnesses, a premium goal pack as well, which is quite nice of them to throw that in there, treating it as if it is a paid for pack, which I suppose it is because you put 15k into the draft. So put that all in the club. I'm hoping here, if this is high rated, I mean, for starters, it's got to be 3 boards, surely. I don't know if that's what it normally says when you do like a European upgrade pack or not. I'm hoping it's not. Let's find out. I'm expecting 3 boards, considering I got to the round 3, but it is 3 boards, okay, ideal. This could be really good. Spanish left winger, we look like Asensio, Isco, what we're talking, Isco, 86, okay. Now, he's not brilliant for left wing because he's a bit slow, but that's certainly good for bench. That's a very good call. Now, what have we got underneath? Because there could be still something very useful underneath. We've got Schmeichel and Martial. Ooh, my ay. We've got Anthony Martial. Ooh. I'm so happy with that. This boy, if he's anything like he is on normal FIFA, he is going to be scoring goals for fun. Only an 83 rated, but he's going to be insane. That's big. That is a big pull. He'll probably get in ahead of Perisic, to be fair. Kasper Schmeichel, that's my new goalkeeper as well. And if he's anything like he is on normal Ultimate Team, then he's going to be really OP. He's usually pretty good. He's one of those keepers who can single-handedly win you a match from what I've experienced. So I'm very happy with that. That, for me, the draft was worth it now for that. I mean, it makes me wonder what I would have got if I'd won the draft. I could have got something, you know, like insane. Maybe 2 of these packs. Maybe 1 European and 1 South American. I mean, you never know. Or maybe coins. It's something to definitely, for me to try and find out what you get for like the different stages in the draft, what you get knocked out at. I mean, hopefully I never find out what you get for losing the first game, because I don't want to do that. But I mean, it's inevitable that it will happen at some point. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. It's obviously a real long one. I hope it's been pretty enjoyable. I mean, there's also been a lot of like controversial moments, big moments for the sort of the process of this Road to Glory, I suppose. So quite an important video for me. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'll sort out my squad in a little bit. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for watching.